Now, as for resources, we need carbonite, polymer. We've still got quite a few that we're not producing right now. Well, we're getting a little bit closer constantly. Now, let's speed things up. And have a watch of our shipyards. Yeah, here we go. We've got loads of small freighters being made. So that's immediately topping up my money. So for those who were wondering earlier about getting the private sector to give you money, give them something to do with it. Give them a way to make money themselves, basically. And then they will take care of the rest. What on earth is happening to that asteroid? Why is it spinning so violently? Oh. What? Exploration ship is under attack. Oh, no. Let's go. I strongly recommend you don't be there anymore. There's an awful lot of badness and sadness heading your way. Those are Seeker missiles, I think. Oh, thank goodness. I managed to jump out. Okay, maybe don't go over here. How strong is it? Strength 411. It's got concussive missiles, medium starfighter bay, interceptor missiles. We're going to need a lot of escorts to take that out, or something significantly more powerful. Alright. We have discovered new resources at Aavak. We've discovered Tasnot moth fiber. The gigantic Tasnot moths are the largest of their species. They live deep in the vast caves on sandy desert worlds, where the climate is most comfortable for them. The ingenious fiber of their wings can bear enormous loads, though. It is only a few microns thick. It is much in demand for use in garment making and tailoring ceremonial costumes, but it is also used in structural and safety work, such as rock climbing. Tasnot moth fiber provides the following bonuses: plus 6% colony development and plus 1% colony income. Hooray! I approve! I approve greatly about that one, actually. I was going to make a research-based design, but my basic star base does have a research lab on it, so I'm assuming that will work. That being said, you know what? Sure, we'll go ahead and we'll make one. So let's make a research station. Tonk. Manually create. First and foremost, we haven't got a lot of room for this, so we're gonna have to bear that in mind. I want a command center here. I want lots of research labs. We can only fit 2 of them because of their size. We are going to want a reactor. We're going to want fuel. We're going to want energy as well. What's the energy requirement? Yeah, that's all fine. Crew capacity, going to want that. Basic crew systems. Sorted. We don't need jump drives or anything like that. Weapons range and shield recharge, all very wonderful. Now, we could put a basic survey module on this so that it would constantly scan, but again, I feel like it's better just to have ships do that for you. So we're going to put a proximity sensor on here, but that's the only thing we're going to stick there. A docking bay would probably be worthwhile so that this place can actually receive, you know, shipments of fuel. But I'm only going to need 1 docking bay, I feel. It's going to give me 2 ships. I don't think this is actually going to require more than that. Must have a cargo storage and a little bit more crew. Okay. More crew and 1 cargo storage as well. There we go. So it does look like the cargo storage is how they would accept Caslon, and then they would use it to fill their basic fuel cell. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, the Tekken don't have much in the way. Well, oddly, they actually do have a lot of different weapon systems. It's just we don't have like fighters or anything like that, sadly. But the rest of this, I guess we're just going to top up with weapons then. go for wave bombs. Both locations. And then plasma torpedoes. A little bit more power needed now. Pop a reactor in. And another fuel cell. And I think this is fine. Cost me a fair bit of cash, but I think it should be okay. How many hours do you think the early game is? It depends entirely on what you want, Kenpachi Wolfbane. I've actually set up this game to have a pretty slow start. So the specific game settings that I chose that are completely optional, or rather you get to set where it sits along kind of a range. I've made research speed very slow, so that the choice on what to research is a much more intentional choice now. You can't just, like, you know, hoover up a bunch of spare text just because it won't take long and you can just bash them out or that sort of thing. And I'm hoping that this is going to cause a lot more divergence by mid-game. Each faction will probably have specialized in certain areas rather than being jacks of all trades. So it'll make for a more interesting engagement with different factions. Also, the research is blind and randomized, so within reason, what tech leads off, each tech is randomized to a degree, and also you can only see what you can research when you research the tech before it. So it creates a much more blind kind of feeling your way around the research tree vibe, which will add to a lot of replayability. Also, we basically started in the Dark Age pre warp drive, so prior to faster than light travel, all of the empires basically had a single world, which means the pirates are the only ones with high tech. They will be numerous and they will be much more advanced than us. So we're going to have some interesting engagements with pirates as well. I'm going to call this RS TAC 2. Because it's a research station, we will base it on how quickly it can research, which is 24. RS 24 TAC 2. And now we need a name. And for this one, we're going to use a new one, and we're going to keep with the space theme. The old space movies, we will go with I don't want to go with the obvious ones. Yeah, I don't believe the capitalization is necessary, but if you want to be in with a chance to get your name on this research station, hashtag Last Starfighter in chat right now. I would suggest upping the main colony tax. As long as the planet doesn't go under 0, it's okay. Okay, so Leon, thank you very much for the advice there. I will bear that in mind. The pew is now charged. Now, where is my nemesis? Ah, this tea is delicious, even if it is starting to cool down now. Alright, let's see who wins. Roll it! We've got Trickstar, which is actually kind of fitting, considering Last Starfighter. Trickstar, there you go! You shall be the name for... Oh, damn it. What was that? RS 2400 resource ship? You know what, though? I'm going to upgrade this and we're just going to rename it. Get rid of that. I'm not going to actually change anything. Just go FR. Freighter. And then save that one. And they can retrofit if they want to. They probably will. It's going to waste a bunch of time, but whatever. Right, so with that in mind, can I build a research station here? No research bonuses there, but I will be able to build a research station over here, won't I? Oh, no research bonuses. But what? I think maybe I can't build them around planets that I've already got a colony on. Oh well. Have we got freighters here? Yes. Got a couple of them. That one's bringing a lot of gubbins. Alright, nice. Very nice. Hey, Aavak, I'm so excited. This is my first time catching you on Twitch. What tea are you drinking? Currently, I'm drinking Asan, Tiny Bullfrog. A yonking great huge cup of Assam. It is very delicious. Okay, more ships on the move all the time. Got many things to scan. I'm really liking that. Really liking it. We're 18% of the way to our next research, and we're going to bump the speed way up. Lord Malshanablis, it's bedtime for me. Y'all have a great stream. I'll take care, mate. You have a good sleep. Blah. Browsing Steam's 4X category for reasons, and there's a lot of those blob-growing line marching games marked 4X. Blob-growing line marching games? I'll need a little bit of a better description on that one, I'm afraid. I'm not actually sure what you mean. Oh, have we discovered everything? Oh, 'tis completely explored. We've discovered everything of value here. Hop, 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 hop. And this place is now completely explored as well. That one has been... This one still has stuff to explore. That one has hidden items on it, as does this one. We need to... have our ships pop back and properly explore them. Let's pop in here though. It was suggested that we do a little bit more adjustment here. Let's slow this down just a sec. Approval is 21%, development is 56%. That's amazing, actually. Maximum population, quality is decent. Corpse losses. Corpse losses? I look across, I see Italics raid, suddenly my mind goes from corruption losses to corpse losses. I don't know why I associate losing corpses with Italics chat, but here we are. You don't get to pick. You don't get to pick how your brain, what kind of associations your brain forms, you just have to live with them. Hey, what's Alex? Hello, chat. How are you all doing? I hope Battle Brothers went well. How's the DLC, Attacks? I didn't even know there was a DLC coming out until I spotted you playing it earlier. I hope the Fighting Fraternity was not as frustrating as it can sometimes be. Let's put it that way.
Looking dapper.
Etel said, give you some love. So, oh, thank you very much, Major Spacer. Diolch yn fawr iawn. It was great. I died. What's the word I'm looking for? Morbid masochism? Would that be the right description there? The new origins are really good. Pretty creative new starts. Okay, that's awesome. We only had to restart twice, and the last run will continue. Well, I mean, that's always a good place to wrap up a stream. Rather than with a loss, with a to be continued ... Losing is fun, though, as Riprex mentions. No, that's fantastic. Hello, Raiders. We have just started out a run as extremely cute space rats. We basically the Jawa. Desert rats. Rat Jawas. Rat Skaven. Space Skaven. Merchant Skaven. They like selling things. They also like, hunting desert space slugs. That's apparently what they do. So Spaven, yes, called the Tekken. So obviously, our culture is the T-Khan because, well, Ferengi Skaven. Yes, exactly. No, the Ferengi Skaven. We will buy and sell and monopolize all of the precious warpstone. It's going quite well right now. There is a lot of comparisons to be made with this game and Stellaris. For those of you who are familiar with Stellaris. But furthermore, if you're familiar at all with the quote-unquote Dwarf Fortress of Space 4X, Aurora, this game lies between Aurora and Stellaris. Aurora is ultra simulation depth to the point that it is mostly spreadsheets. And then you've got Stellaris, which has abstracted a lot of the simulation away so that you can just focus on the main strokes, or rather the main notes or the broad strokes, I guess. For example, you've got energy, minerals, food, and alloys, and a smattering of strategic resources. By contrast, this game has this many different resources, and they all do different things, and if you don't have them, then maybe you can't build a certain type of subsystem on your ships. You design your ships quite a bit more freestyle than with Stellaris. So, for example, let's go and have a look at an exploration ship. Let's bring this one up. So these are all of the material, all of the systems that I can put on an exploration ship that I know about. And instead of having just a couple of hard points, this game gives you... Okay, this module slot can accommodate a module up to weight 50 or mass 50. And different types of ships and different hull designs will have different hard points. So some of them are specifically for engines, some of them are specifically for weapons, so on and so forth. And you can fill them up as you want. It's a little bit more free form with the ship design, if that makes sense. Seems kind of like Galactic Civilizations. I've heard some people make that comparison as well. One of the big things about this game is the automation, though. You can automate so much in this, to the point that... well, how should I put it? You can do everything, literally everything, and drown in the minutiae and the micromanagement, or you can go all the way over to... I'm actually stupid. I was voted into a leadership position by idiots, and or a lottery system where every citizen has to serve their time of at least 2 years as the leader of the universe. It's an awful job. No one likes it. Thankfully, my predecessors spent quite some time building super advanced intelligent aides, and at this point I can just tell them to do everything, and I can try my best to just keep my head down, avoid any wars, and get out of this horrible job without anything breaking, if I'm lucky. Super intelligent aides? Not that kind of aides, you dummy. But yeah, you can basically go from expert, you control everything, the AI, the automation will do nothing, to rule in absence. You control nothing, you just watch. So you can basically just sit back and watch how the AI does things, but with a lot of ability to drill down and actually see the numbers changing. Or anything in between. Like, you can really heavily adjust the automation. I've got automation set largely to... I control it, but I like the AI to suggest things to me if it would try and do something differently. So this way I'm learning the game as I go, mostly by observing what the AI would try and do. One of the things I actually love about this game, and this is similar to this is the same in Aurora as well, is the idea that we've got a state and we've got a private sector. So the Navy is state-run. All of the military pew-pew bombardment ships, they're controlled by me. Well, assuming I haven't handed over control to the, ultra-intelligent AI overseers. And then you've got your private sector, who mostly run the mining ships, the mining stations, the freighters, and they have their own economy, or rather the prosperity of the private sector is based largely on how heavily you're taxing the people and, what's going on. Are there jobs for them to do, so on and so forth. They will commission ships be built, and then I will get some of their money. That's how the money moves from the private sector into the public sector. So, for example, I've designed mining ships, I've designed freighters, I've designed mining stations, and as they want them, they commission the spaceports to build them, and then they pay me a fee for that to be built. So our private economy it's doing okay. It's not amazingly good. It's many times better than ours. It's infinity better than ours, actually, because ours is negative, and theirs is at least positive. So, that's the way that goes. But it's fine. We're staying afloat because they still have to pay me money to get anything built. I can designate mining stations to be built, but I don't pay to build them. I'm just saying, hey, you can have a mining station over here because I'm super benevolent. Also, you need to pay me to build it. And then you need to pay me to build the ships that are going to go over there and pick stuff up and then bring it back to me so I can use it for stuff that I want. I am such a kind king. I don't even know what you did to deserve me, but frankly, you probably need to do more. So just like real life. Yes, pretty much just like real life. But so at the moment we're fairly early on, and the Tikan are just starting to explore the world. We very recently found a suspicious cryo chamber full of Tikar infants on a different world in our solar system. Many questions, but, free colony, so probably not going to ask too many of them yet. Maybe if, any of them do weird things like eat cats and or other Tikan adults, speak in tongues, have tentacles coming out of their mouths. Those sort of weird things that you don't often see your young doing. Whereas on it to keep paying me taxes, I think I'll turn a blind eye. Right. Okay, so we can't build stations over here yet. But I do believe we will find they have started to accrue some items. Was there a way? Oh, there we are. I can build the spaceport, so I'm going to build a spaceport. Let's get that up and going. That'll give me a lot more build power, which I'll be very happy with. I probably want to build some more escort ships, though. So I've got a lot of private ships moving around right now, and I would like some firepower to move with them. Have we at least managed to produce more Caslon than we are? Yes, perfect. Okay, so we've got more Caslon coming in than it's going out. That's great because obviously running out of reactor fuel would be kind of death for the Empire. Critical, luxury. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that. Production shortage. Stockpile lowest. Nothing is too terrible. Production shortage is going to be an issue, though. Hopefully we can find a little bit more in here. Do we have any more escorts I can maybe put together? In fact, how many escorts do I have? If I go into ships, that should tell. Oh, actually, I'll go over to the exploration side. Exploration ships. I've only got 3 exploration ships. I feel that maybe another 2 wouldn't be unreasonable. So let's pop those down as well. Money is starting to get a little bit tight, though. So, We improve the current tax rate. Our colony is developing. We enjoy our colony's high-quality environment. We're enjoying living at our empire's capital. Time to up the taxes a bit. Support costs. Colonies cost money to support. As they grow, their tax revenue will exceed their support costs, providing funding for your empire. But when colonies are small and underdeveloped, they are a net drain. They're actually a significant net drain when they're small and underdeveloped. I may have to sacrifice the approval of my people for now, because we need to curb that drop in cash. Approval is, it is what it is. Hopefully they'll forgive me one day. Too happy, more taxes! Yes, no, exactly. Oh, did I just set up a bunch of escorts to be built? No, oh, I did. That was silly of me. Oh, well, I needed more of those anyway. Let's go ahead and get those going. But yeah, I was only just mentioning that I wanted more escorts done. Ooh, we've got a new something. Go, no, pause. Damn it. Dismiss. Right. Oh, assigned mission. Build a Raging Auroch. Really? We don't need the Caslon, though. Maybe. A new scientist has appeared. Recent events, critical research success, have produced a new scientist, Repta Quitan. Critical research success. Our scientists have made a critical breakthrough while researching space construction. This breakthrough has initiated a crash research program for the project. Hooray! That's marvelous. That now means that there cannot be any negative events which forestall the research into space construction. It's now going to get like a 15% bonus speed to being done and cannot fall behind. That's awesome. And we got a new scientist out of it, so you know that's also pretty amazing. I mean, I guess I'll pop that down if you really feel we need it. There's no real reason not to, because I'm not paying for the maintenance on these stations. But alright, let's go ahead and get a new scientist named. Have we found out what everyone can do yet? Not yet. Actually, can I move you over to Aavak? No, not yet. Okay, fair enough. Right. We want to find out what your name is. Oh, take care, Brian. Have a good one, mate. Time for your general to take a nap. Have a good stream, all. You have good dreams, mate. Aavak, would you say that Civilization Sims are your favourite game? They seem to make up a bulk of your plays, recorded at least. What do you mean by Civilization Sims? You'll need to be a little bit more descriptive there. Are these uplifted rats or uplifted ferrets? I haven't seen them dance. I believe they are uplifted rats, sadly. But while that's going down, let's, you know what, we're going to re-roll on the last one as well. Univenon this time. But the next one will be done, we'll have a new roll. But the last one wasn't so long ago that we needed to get a new keyword in. There we go. Scientist Univenon. Welcome. I love the different cloaks and, like, masks. I love the Splinter Cell mask for this one. That is truly fantastic. Yo, God, thank you very much for the 300 bits. Diolch yn fawr iawn, mate. Right. Now that we're kind of caught up a little bit, let's have a look. Did we have a shout out for Italics in chat? We did! Well, you know what? We're going to have another one. Well, chat, you're no stranger to Italics' streams. We raid him quite often, as he's one of the very few people who is usually up when I wrap my streams up. But he has recently been playing Battle Brother. I do in fact believe I heard him mention the possibility of a Distant Worlds 2 stream somewhere in the future. So please do drop a follow on that link down there. Italics plays a lot of similar games to me, and as we often mention, plays them in the similar style. So if you enjoy my content, you will enjoy Italics content, and you're doing yourself a disservice by not already following. We are also no strangers to love. Oh my god, really more James. The Jeff Jail here is not as kind as the Jeff Jail over on Italics stream. The hard G versus the soft G, you see. The key is in the hard and the soft part. You wouldn't enjoy a trip to our Jeff Jail. It's a long fall. It's kind of like, oh, I don't know, Elden Ring, only hard. That is actually incredibly boastful. From what I've seen, Elden Ring will actually throttle me. Not in a loving way either. Nevertheless, I am feeling increasingly tempted to jump into that. Sometimes you've got to break a few femurs to discourage the race. It's very hard, but very fun, yeah. Honestly, all the Souls games are. I am really tempted. I wasn't so tempted early on, though. I'm going to be honest. There was, I was initially like, will I like this? Will I not? I don't know. Well, I mean, you know, sure. I guess we may as well just start throwing down mining stations wherever we feel like it, because it just gives us more scanners and weapons that we're not paying for. Because, again, along with the whole, yeah, it's the private sector that are paying for this. We made use of this fact by, you know, sticking weapons and sensors on all of the mining stations. It's like, I'm not having to pay for them. You can pay for the maintenance on our, you know, weaponized mining platforms. It's fine. Allow the private sector to pay for that. Alex, it looks like he hasn't uploaded in 3 years. What a shame. Oh, my lord. Don't say that when Alex is around. Amusingly, though, that was basically my reaction when I spotted Italics. I was streaming some RimWorld, and I was looking for someone to raid who was also playing RimWorld, and I saw Italics. I was like, Italics? YouTube Italics? They haven't uploaded in forever. And yeah, popped over there and discovered that they hadn't stopped creating content. They'd simply moved where they were creating it. Discovery at QN415. We've discovered Aculon. It's a very strong, heat-resistant blue metal smelted from Aculon ore. It is typically used in components that are exposed to extreme temperatures. Aculon ore is found at volcanic and rocky metallic worlds and asteroids. Fantastic! Yes, let us make a mine over there right now. Go. Oh, we're already building it there. Perfect. Oh, excellent. We've got asteroids around here, so we're probably going to have quite a few mines that are gathering things in. Yeah, Attacks Jail is maintained by chats, timing out. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, people get sent to the Jeff Jail over in Attacks chat by chat. It's self-policing. Also self-trolling. Mostly self-trolling. Self-flagellating. Actually, I think is probably a better description. The Great Hunt. A great hunt for the mighty backdoor sandworms is underway at our colony, Dvoran. For the next 6 months, all troops recruited at our colony, Dvoran, will be 10% stronger. In addition, the associated festivities of the colony will provide a plus 10% boost to happiness. Hooray! We are hunting down the great makers. Truly. Let the festivities pour out across the streets and into the desert, where the rhythmic dancing will attract the backdoor. There we go. New exploration ship and new exploration ship. They're all automated, so they're just going to go off and start finding stuff for me. Do not fear. Our heavily weaponized mining stations are purely civilian and not threatening. Indeed. Yeah, there are a lot of similarities to Stellaris. There is a lot of similarities. Though I will say again that this I feel that Distant Worlds is better described as Aurora 4X wearing the skin of Stellaris like a Halloween costume. Or perhaps it is putting this in RimWorld terms. Distant Worlds 2 is very similar to Aurora 4X, but cannibalistic with bloodlust and a penchant for tailoring extremely fancy clothes out of the people they've eaten. Discovery at Uwanshesh. Danther fur is the shaggy brown-white fur of the danther. Danthers are large animals that live on the vast desert plains of Desert Worlds. They live in herds ranging from the size of 30 to 200. Danthers migrate across the desert in search of food. Their preferred diet are the lopid fungi that grow about a half-meter beneath the desert sands. Danthers have a highly developed sense of smell that allows them to locate these water-bearing fungal growths and dig them out. Danther fur provides the following bonuses. 4% colony development. Marvellous. We will probably colonize this world. We've got a load of desert worlds here. It's frankly an amazing start location. Absolutely bonkers good. Aculon, well, we're going to get there eventually, I guess. I'm a little bit worried about these two. Necrostone, Emeros Crystal, Polymer, and Carbonite we need to get. We'll get there, though. We should rename them to Panthers. Not approved by Australia? What? Oh, RimWorld, yes. Took me a few seconds. RimWorld, wearing the skin of its foes as a mask. What have we found? We've discovered hidden items. 9% industrial research. Ooh, well now. How is this really? It took you this long to check the moon? Right next. I kind of feel that was a higher priority than you. I will check every asteroid here before I look at the moon. Bound to find more stuff in the asteroids. Fair enough. We want a research station and then we want a mining station. Both, please and thank you. How many construction ships do we have? I think we've only got one. No, we've got two. Might we want a second? No, I'm being impatient. I'm being impatient right now. Okay, I'm tired enough that my sentences are deteriorating. I think I'll have to call it here. Have fun conquering the galaxy. Take care, Viral. Desert does mean spice. It's true. Yeah, that's quite... It's not a mess. It's very, very strategically placed. Rude. We've still got something interesting over there. We just don't know what it is yet. Our exploration ships are probably working on it, though. All right, let's speed things up a bit. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's probably showing me the overall combat capability there, or... I'm actually not sure. Curious. Right. Two systems that are somewhat happy-ish. You know what, though? I just realized I haven't given you a mission. Oh, my lord, I'm a dummy. So, what you should be doing is counterintelligence. Maybe I should just make you automated. But there we are. Counterintelligence for now, please and thanks. As for research, can I... No, I can't transfer you anyway yet. Alright. Maximum concurrent projects. I guess I could increase this. Note that you must also have corresponding number of research stations to reach this limit. Thus, if you want to simultaneously research 3 projects, then you must set this limit to 3 and also have 3 or more research stations. I would be fine with 2 concurrent projects once we have the means to. Yeah, Puff QC, how you doing, buddy? Oh, got a couple of things. Right, we've discovered a Vophula scent is an intoxicating perfume that comes from the brilliantly green flowers of the Vophula plant. The Vophula plant is a small bush that grows next to the hydrocarbon lakes of carbonaceous worlds. Vophula scent provides the following bonuses: 4% colony development. Also discovered, thank goodness, carbonite is a super strong carbon compound. It is typically used in the components that require great strength and resistance to high temperatures. Carbonite is found at marshy swamps, mangrove forests, continental and carbonaceous worlds. And we've also discovered polymers are various types of plastics usually produced from petroleum. It's typically used in electronic components. Polymer is found at ocean, marshy, swamp and continental worlds. Well, we now have many places that I need to go and send some things. Vophula scent, Emeros crystal. Typically used in weapon components. Emeros crystal is found on volcanic worlds. Carbonite and polymer. We also have Danthifer, pomp. Oh, my bad. We'll also get that one going as well. These are all asteroids, but that is going to do a heck of a lot of help for us. Alright. That'll be a huge help, actually. 49% of the way to space construction. 2.7 years ago. Yes, Aavak's RP level has a great deal to do with why I followed him for so long. Oh, thank you. Chat, you're being too kind. You're gonna make me blush. Carbonite can also be found encasing smugglers. I knew someone was going to go there. We've got a new admiral. Okay, I'll have a look at you in a second. We have discovered Darkool tentacles. Darkools are formidable sea monsters that inhabit the bottomless undersea tunnels of deep ocean worlds. Darkools can grow to lengths of 100 meters or more. They are apex predators that fear nothing. Hunting these terrifying creatures is thus a perilous task, fraught with danger. Darkool tentacles are a rare delicacy used as food and medicine across the galaxy. Darkool tentacles provide the following bonuses: 8% colony development and 3% colony growth. Also, we've got a new admiral. We have a new admiral named Wunta Odeki. Well, they're about to be named something else, as long as chat has the dapper ducats to pay for the name in game. Tonk. Right. Let us find out. I mean, I'm not going to put you on a fleet yet. But, right, keeping with the old sci-fi movie theme, we've had Last Starfighter, we've had Spaceballs, we've had Event Horizon. What else should we go for? Let's go for a classic. Okay. In chat right now, boom, hashtag alien. Ooh, enemy mine. That would have been a good one. But I feel we can all agree that the OG Alien, it's both an oldie and a goodie. A very goodie. A classic goodie, let us say. I've not heard of this game. Is it new? Or something old I just missed? It's both, really. The Distant World franchise is kind of old. The first game is quite old at this point. Was it kind of had a niche following, but this one was released yesterday. I do need to rewatch Enemy Mine. Yeah, me too now that you brought it up. Alright, we have plenty of naming game in chat. Sorry, already thrown down. So, the Dapplings, as ever, incredibly generous. We've got one from Swift Squirrel, Lady Sheilab, Univenon, Arkmill, and A1K1 Panther, who shall be covering the names for quite some time. Right, let's find out who it's going to be. It's Union ID. Union ID for an admiral. I feel that's somewhat fitting. Not going to lie, I do feel it. Do we want a small fleet of escorts? I don't really know if we've got enough money to be able to sustain that right now. Maybe in the very near future, but not just yet. It's a rare aqua blue gemstone. It's typically used in high-end weapons components. Yes. Also, Necrostone. Necrostone is a deep red gemstone used in weapon components. Yes, I think we may have actually gotten to a point now where we're about to have all of our resource shortfalls sorted. And on that note, I'm actually going to grab 2 more construction ships. Oh, ancient mining complex, what? We have discovered the ancient mining complex. The ancient mining complex, my lord. Ancient ruins from a long-lost civilization at the sandy desert moon, Shurana, in the Dvoran system. Okay, well, I don't see any reason to leave it alone. Let's investigate. Buried treasure. We are not the first to visit this world or take advantage of its valuable resources. We have discovered mining camps, and there are artificial tunnels that plunge deep beneath the surface. We have also discovered broken-down mining equipment and fragments of what are surely spacecraft. It's impossible to believe that anyone from our world could have had the means to visit this place long ago. No, this must be a remnant of our forebears, the ancient travelers who settled our home planet in the distant past. The stories tell of how in the Wander time they fled a great cataclysm in their world ships. It's not difficult to imagine they chose to exploit these resources on their way to settling our homeworld. Though the remaining fragments of written language are unfamiliar to us, there is no doubt that it is the product of a Tikan intelligence. It's possible to examine the fragmentary ship remains, or perhaps we might put the ancient mining equipment to use. Owing to the poor condition of these artifacts, our engineers say we lack the time and resources to conserve both before they deteriorate further.